Hi and welcome, I'm John and this is Unique Games Zeroing. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? Well, Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern on the sprue, as in things numbered differently to instructions, I'll let you guys know. If there's something like chains or pipes or something like that you need to be careful of, again, this is a heads up. If there's certain parts on the model piece that you're clipping off that you need to keep, but it looks like it needs to come off, again, I'd let you guys know. If you suffer with dyslexia or just struggle with instruction in general, this is a visual aid to help you. If you're interested in new models for an army you have or an army you want to collect, again, this is a visual aid. These videos are basically just to make all model kits accessible to everyone, no matter your age or your skill level. That's the gist of it. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I see you in a minute. Right, so you would have seen from the thumbnail, I'm building the Primus, the Magus, and the Saboteur from the Shadow Throne box for the Genestealer cults. But this is the other half of the Broodcoven, I think it is, apart from the Saboteur. I don't think he's part of the Broodcoven. But anyway, we'll just get all these models done because I want to get this box finished and start on the sisters. And there's still some orcs to build for us we're almost at the end of the month, but there's some orcs to come along as well. So tools needed as always. Mold line scraper. Now you can use a hobby knife or a surgical blade or something like that. If you're using a sharp tool, just be careful because it is sharp. Let people in the house know you're using it so nobody scares you by accident and you end up cutting yourself. This is sanding sponge. Okay, you can get this in a hardware shop, somewhere between the sandpaper and the wallpaper. Now sanding sponge is perfect for two things. If you've got really delicate pieces like pipes and poles and chains and stuff like that, this is perfect for getting rid of, mold lines. Or if you've put the model together and go, oh look, I missed a mold line there, you can come with a sanding sponge. It's very handy. This is sanding sponge, but you can get sanding block with the foam in the middle still, but it's a bit harder. This is just foam, really soft sponge with sandpaper inside. And it's a fine grit as well, if everyone asks me. Clippers, the most useful part of our kit. And it's plastic kit, so plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand just in case, but we're not going to need it. Now, normally what we do, we will have a look at the kit and ascertain what's what to make our jobs a little bit easier. Now, on this sprue, there's just the Primus and the Magus, because the other part of this sprue was the Genestealer Patriarch. Okay, so if you buy the Broodcoven box, I think these are the three models that come into it. I'm not 100% sure, so if there is more models in that box, just someone just comment below, let me know. I'll probably find out when I'm editing. But we'll look at this and we'll see what we can do. The reason why we look at the parts and figure out what's what is to make our jobs a lot easier, because sometimes you look at a sprue and it could be like 100 parts there, you go, oh my goodness me, whereas really you're only using 40 of those parts. The rest of it is all optional. So we've got a body here with a hand, very nice. We've got another body here with there's a staff. So yeah, look at this now, you have to be careful with this. The staff is attached to the sprue, but it's attached to the bottom of here. Okay, so don't snip it off thinking that's going to be a difficult one to snip off. I'll start with that model anyway, but I'd snip this, then snip that, then snip this little piece, or snip one here, snip one there, so you're not creating the tension in one place. And there's another little interesting body with some legs, it's claw head, and this is also front part of the body. So I'm gonna this is the Primus and the Magus on this kit, but I'm gonna put the Saboteur together as well. I think the Saboteur, you buy him separately in a different box on his own. So, but this is from the Shadow Throne box, like I said. So if there is anything that's numbered different from me, and you bought the box and it's numbered differently, don't panic, because I'm going to show you the parts as we go along, so at least you can visually see what part you need. So I'm going to finish getting ready and I'm going to come back with the first part. Right, so I'm going to start with this bad boy with the staff. So these are the two parts I needed first of all. So I'm going to snip those off carefully, clean them down, and I'm going to come back to you to show you how they go together. Right, this is very simple. Just be careful with that staff, because I was there trying to clean it and it was breaking, like not breaking, but it was wibbly wobbling. The staff bit up there, that connects up there. If you line the body up first, the staff should connect on. Then you've got a horrible join line there. So all you do is with your plastic glue, give it a little wipe down there, get rid of that join line. I must tell you, the mould lines on this particular model, there was actually virtually nothing. The biggest issue was getting the pieces off and snipping a little bit of sprue that was left on the piece easier than, you know, before I start trying to clean it down. So the next piece that we need is number 12, which is this piece. Again, this is one of those pieces where you need to be careful, because when this comes off that sprue, this is going to be very springy. So snip one, snip one, snip one, snip one. This type of piece is the best piece to use sanding sponge or a very sharp blade, just to go along there carefully. I'm going to snip it, clean it. I'll show you how it goes on. Right, this piece is very, very easy. There's a little triangle, little diamond in the chest there. There's a little diamond pin there, but these two little flat bits either side, they go there. Okay, so I'm going to dry fit down so you can see. It goes on like that. It obviously won't stay. It goes on like that. So I'm going to glue it into place and come back to you for the next piece. That last piece that needs just made is number 13, which is its head. It's an amazing head. So I'm going to snip it off, clean it down. It goes in the head there, straight in the little slice. Very simple. There's actually a little focus. There's a little bit there, a little weird shape at the bottom underneath that little ball. That needs to stay on there because there's a little slot in there where it's going to. But again, if you go to put it in there and you can't get it properly, just snip that off and glue it straight in. Then this Magus, she, I don't know, I think it's a male, goes onto a 32mm base. Okay, again, if you're not sure about it, at the front of the instructions there is like a little chart. Let me show you quickly. Here is the chart. So all you do is pick the base up, put the base over the top into one of those circles, and the 25mm will fit perfectly in that circle, the 32mm will fit perfectly in that one, so on and so forth. Okay, so if you're not sure about what base size is what, that's how you do it. Right, so now to the Primus. The first two pieces needed are number 21, which is this lovely piece of sword, and number 24, which is this lovely. See, let's a good look at this armour. That's absolutely fantastic. The robes come new size. So I'm going to snip and clean them. I'll show you how they go together. So this one seems to be just as simple. The front body piece, number 23, just goes in there, like so. Up. Very, very simple. Are they meant to touch? I don't know, they're not meant to touch. They're not meant to touch because, are they? Yes, they are meant to touch actually. Let's get a bit of glue in there. So I'll hold that for a minute. Right, so the next piece we need is number 20, which is the legs. It's actually an amazing little, if you decide to focus in, turns to the Colt symbol there. Actually really cool. So I'm going to snip that off, clean that down, I'll show you how it goes on. Right, so there's a little pin at the top there. There's a little hole in there that just slots in there. Okay, so I'm going to glue it into place. He then goes on a 32mm base as well. I'm not gluing him on the base yet, sorry. I'm going to glue the legs on and I'll come back to you for the next piece. Right, so the last two pieces, number 22, which is head. I don't need to show you how that goes on, it's the same as the other dude. And 24 is the hand. I'm going to clip the hand off, clean it down and show you how that goes on, and then I'll put the head on afterwards. He goes on a 32mm base, so I'll get that and I'll glue that onto him after I put the hand and head on. So the first thing I do, this little piece here, I'm going to put some glue in there. It's a funny little shape, because the wrist of this piece has the same funny shape. Oh my goodness me, I dropped it. Oh, wasn't that bad. I found it straight away. So it basically goes in there like so. And we'll get it in. Like so. I think that looks absolutely menacing. Again, so he goes on a 32mm base. So I'm going to glue him on a 32mm base. And we'll come back to the last guy. Right, that's cool. I couldn't find him at first. And I was looking at the first part, number of the first part. And I was looking at the other sprues and I was like, that's not the same part. But I found him with the sisters, the 5 sisters that come in the same box. Not Sisters Sororitas, the Sisters of Silence, I think they are. Witch Hunters and everything else. Anyway, enough of that. So this is his little sprue. You see there's loads of crazy parts on here. There's legs, there's body, there's a cloak. There's 2 heads there, look amazing. There's a little arm with a little receiver, little detonator thing on it. There's like charges, there's another little mine charge there. Some nice pieces. Anyway, the first piece we need is number 2, which is this piece here, and number 4, which is this piece here. So I'm going to snip them, clean them, I'll show you how they go together. Right, this is a real weird connection. So you take the body as the back of it. There's a little triangle pin, a little rectangular pin there, but there's no rectangular hole. So it just literally slots in there like that. Okay. So the best thing to do is put that shoulder piece right up into the corner there and just hold it into place. Okay. So I'm going to glue that in. But when you're doing this, I'm going to say right now, when you're doing this, don't glue it and sit and leave it. You want to get the back on it before the glue cures properly, because if it is slightly off, when you're putting the back in, it'll push it into place because the glue will still have a bit of movement on it, plastic glue. So I'm going to wax some glue on that and then come back to you for the next piece then. So the next piece needed is number 1, which is the legs. I love their armour. It reminds me of Alien, the engineer's exo armour. Anyway, I'm going to sit it down, clear it down, and I'll show you how that goes on. This is one of those another bizarre pieces. So basically, slots in there to give you 2 arm sockets. So 2 little funny marks in there, and then the other side connects in as well. So I'm going to glue that into place, and I'm going to come back with the next piece. Right, next piece we need is number 3. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, I'll show you how it goes on. Right, so number 3, it goes on like that. Okay, I'll show you exactly how it goes on. It goes on in that little square, that little flat piece there. So this is why I said to you, like, by gluing the model, whilst the plastic glue is still not cured there, because watch this, I can move that out of the way. Okay, and get that piece in. So I'm going to glue it into place and then come back for the next piece. Right, so the next piece needed is number 5, which is this upper arm here. And the way that I moved that, I didn't try and force it off to break the arm off. I just gave it a little push, and it still has a bit of play on it. So I'm going to snip that off, clean it down. I'll show you how that goes on. The reason to do this first is because the cloak goes over the top. Now you remember the 2 little funny holes I showed you? I'll put some glue in this so you can just make them out. And guess what? There's 2 funny little holes there. So that will just slide in there like so. So I'm going to sit and hold this. And don't look at it and go, oh yeah, that's missing. What the hell's going on there? It's meant to be like that. I'm going to sit and hold this for a minute or two, and then I'm going to come back for the next piece. Right, so the next piece we need is number 6, which is his cloak. So I'm going to snip that off, clean it down. I'll show you how that goes on. Right, so there is a funny rectangular shape there. Goes to the back of the head there. Okay, so I'm going to glue it into place, and we'll come for the next piece. Right, this is, go back to what I just said a little while ago. I was putting the cloak on, and it wouldn't fit properly. As I pushed it on, this arm moved into a better position where it should be, so that's gone on. The only thing I've missed is inside there, there's a little bit of sprue. So I'm going to drop a little bit of plastic glue onto that, just to get rid of it. So now, you lay down some. Next piece we need is number 7 we're going to go with, which is this piece here. Now his hand is on there as well, and this is very clever the way this is done. So I'm going to snip that off, clean it down, I'll show you how it goes onto the model. Right, so this piece is very nice. Obviously you got his hand, okay? So you know his hand's going to go onto that little stumpy arm. But this piece at the bottom here is all flat. That just literally lines up with his foot, and then it lines up with his foot, and the arm lines up. Okay, so I'm going to glue that into place, and then I'm going to come back to you for the next piece. Right, so the next piece we need is number 8. It's a crazy little. This guy's a crazy little guy. I tell you, he is the Saboteur. I read his rules. He's actually very crazy. I'm going to snip number 8 off, clean it down, and show you how it goes on. Again, this is a very simple. That funny shape there goes on a funny shape on his back. It literally just slots on like that. So I'm going to glue it into place, and then come back to you for the next piece. Right, so I've glued him onto a 32mm base. Now you've got a choice of heads. Absolutely, both of them are absolutely fantastic. I like this one more, so I'm going to go with that one. Now some of you say, what's this? What's this lovely little piece? This is one of his little bombs. Look at the dynamite and the little C4 type story. This piece just snips off and is glued to a 25mm base. Okay, so I'm going to take the head I want, clean it down, glue it into place, and then glue that one to 25mm base, and then come back then for final thoughts. Right, so there we have it, guys. That's 2 members of the Broodcoven. I'm not sure if there's any more. Like I said, if there's any more in the box, let me know. I'll probably see it when I'm editing the video and have a look at the correct spelling of, you know, these guys' names and everything else. The Saboteur, his little explosive. That's his little. I believe he puts that down. You put that on the table, somewhere on the table after the deployment phase, and then he just detonates it when he wants. It does. I believe it does mortal wounds, but I just know it's something really dirty. It's lovely. Difficulty rating for these guys, I'd give them a 3. In all honesty, the Magus is very simple. Just that staff that was just, you have to be very careful with. The heads were fiddly to hold for me, but I've got giant hands. This guy, the Primus, I thought was fantastic. Just the arm just gave me a little bit of problem, as you saw on camera, trying to put it into place. But as soon as it got into the right place, it just slid in there. This guy's fantastic. I like the way that the explosive connects to his rock that he's standing on, and then the hand connects to that. That's very cleverly done, because normally you'd try to have to glue the 2 bits together and then glue the hand to the, you know, to that. That is very cleverly done. Well done, GW. There's a difficult round of 3. I actually really like these guys. I'm not going to put them in the vote as a whole unit together, even if they're not, but I'm just going to put them in as individual votes, because I really want to go to town on them. Now, with the Saboteur's head, it's meant to be facing this way a bit more, but I've actually just turned it so it's facing forward, as if he's looking across with the explosive in his hand to set him off. I apologise about sounding rain outside. It's very weird weather here at the moment. It's dry and warm in the daytime, 15 degrees sometimes, and then pissing rain. So I'm still at the turf, still trying to get that done, but I'll get there eventually. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, because it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel grow in a massive way, guys. And turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube share this video on more and more people to grow this amazing community of you guys. Any comments or anything, as usual, guys, chuck them below, because I'm new to Genestealer cults. I understand what they are, and I like some of those models, but I'm new to the way that they form units and the way that they interact. Like this guy might be fantastic with this unit, that might, I don't know. If there's any Genestealer cult players there, just chuck it down, chuck comments below and let me know. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy.